Well, hi everybody, it's me, Marty, and I'm out in my shop. I am home and I'm in my shop. Oh, feels good. So I hope you're all doing well. I need a few pistachios here. Mmm. Mm. 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 My goodness, those are good. Mm. Be patient. Give me a few minutes. Mm. 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 Uh. Oh. I haven't had pistachios and coffee for over 2 weeks. Oh, I love my coffee. I love pistachios. I love being home. I love being out in my shop. It's a great combination. The smell of wood. Okay, so I hope you're all doing well. This video is going to be some Christmas time memories and a little bit of woodshop rambling. And actually, I was just going to come out here and have pistachios and coffee, and I thought, I'll do a video. I haven't, I'm on the road trucking a lot, and I make a whole bunch of videos. You know me, I just love making videos and sharing my life and preserving memories. And I end up doing a lot of videos on the road, and but then getting back home, it's kind of neat to do a shop video or two, and just hanging out in the shop. So it is 6:30 in the morning, Thursday, December 17th, 2020. And I got home yesterday. Oh, sorry, nose is running. I was out for 16 days trucking, working on the road, a little over 7,200 miles. Usually I'm out a week and a half, and then I'm home for a few days or a week. I'm technically a part-time truck driver. I mean, I've done it full-time a lot over the years, and the last year, a little over a year, I'm back to trucking again while I'm finishing my degree to teach or whatever. I've been doing it part-time. It's still a lot of hours, a lot of days, and to me it's full-time, but technically it's part-time. Full-time trucking, you're gone all week and then home on the weekends for a day or two. You know, I'm out for a week and a half, and then I'm home for a few days or a week. And lately it seems like it's been a lot of almost 2-week runs, and this last one, that was 16 days. I left on November 30th and I got home yesterday on the 16th. So it was long. I'm gonna blow my nose. Ugh. I might edit this out. Or maybe not. It's all part of the fun. Okay, that's better. So I left. Yeah, I took a run. I lose track. I'm starting to lose my memory as I'm getting older. But it's you know, when you drive so much, it just the days, everything runs together, and you start to think back, where did I go? Where did I, you know? But I took a load from right here from Litchfield, a load of cheese to Corfu, New York. And got delayed a couple times there on the way, snowstorm and everything. It was just a mess out there. And then I reloaded just south of Corfu in, what was it? You guys probably remember. It's like Spring Valley or Spring Grove or some kind of spring or valley or something. And what was it? Was it salt or something? I think it was salt. I think it was a load of salt. And it came back to Woodville, Wisconsin. And then I was close to back Minnesota, and so I came to the cities. If I'm close to home, I usually end up coming to reloading closer to home or come home. But I decided to take another load. And so I loaded in Faribault, Minnesota. Beans. Yeah, that's right. It was a whole load of beans. Oh, you're full of beans. Anyway, sorry. My mom used to say, you're full of beans when I was younger all the time. You're full of beans. I am kind of full of beans. I mean, anyway, I took those beans down to San Antonio, Texas, and then I reloaded west of there, right on the border of Mexico. In Eagle Pass, I loaded coat hangers. Yeah, coat hanger. I'm remembering now. And then I took the coat hangers up to, and I drove along the border in the dark on a road I've never been on, and there was actually mountains in Texas. I was really surprised. And it was a long drive. It was like 3-4 hours in the night. I finally got to a little truck stop in Sanderson, Texas, I think it was. And then I finished driving the next day and delivered to Salt Lake City, Utah. And then I reloaded there. No, I drove empty from Salt Lake up to Jerome, Idaho. And I reloaded in Jerome cheese ingredients. I think it was cheese. And I hit some snow in Idaho and Utah. Not a lot, but. And I brought that to Oshkosh, Wisconsin. I remember. And then I had snow, or it was ahead of me, but snowstorm in eastern Nebraska and western Iowa. Tons of accidents. It was horrible, but I actually drove through there after the snow went through, so it wasn't too bad. But and then I got up to Oshkosh and unloaded, and then I reloaded in Wittenberg, Wisconsin, potatoes, and brought them back to Mankato, Minnesota. And I had to wait an extra day because I was late, because I took them forever to load me. And so that's when I went on the walk, the trail walk. That was kind of fun, the hike in the woods there along the Minnesota River, and made the best use of my time as long as I had to wait. And then yesterday morning, Wednesday, right? Yeah, I unloaded the taters and then drove back empty, and I was gonna maybe do a short run this weekend and then be off all of Christmas, but I'm probably just gonna stay home because it's kind of hard to get a short run in. I want to be off for Christmas. I need some extra home time with my wife, and just, yeah, working on Christmas presents, and I want to bake cookies and stuff and make cookies and do things together, and just yeah, have a lot of time together, and just time in the shop, time at home, doing things and just doing Christmassy things. And so this is Thursday, and I'll probably be home. I probably won't go out again until a week from Monday, so the Monday after Christmas. And then I might see if I can get a load to San Diego and see my son Hayden. So we'll see. Anyway, that was a long run. I mean, Minnesota to New York, down to Texas, to Idaho, to Wisconsin, and back home. And yeah, 16 days, 7,200 miles. It was long, and I'm glad to be home. I miss my wife, and just, yeah. So I'm happy to be home. And it's funny, actually woke up this morning like 4. I'm thinking about all the things that I want to do, and just getting things ready for Christmas, and just doing things. And I enjoy doing this stuff, and even if I'm busy at home doing things, I just love being home. I love being home. And my wife and I were talking about doing some things together this weekend, because she has a few days off, and then she has to work the week of Christmas. She has one day off, but I'm going to be home the whole time, and we'll have time together. But she has a few days off now, so we might go for a drive up north, or go on a hike, or do something, and just do things together, and make cookies and work on Christmas presents and stuff. Anyway, so yeah, it was like 4 o'clock this morning, and I'm thinking about all the things I want to do, and I ended up just getting up because I couldn't get back to sleep. But we went to bed early, like 9:30, 10. And so I thought, you know what? I'm just going to get up. So I got up, shaved and showered, and coffee and devotions in my study. It's just nice. It's so nice to be home. I love being home. I mean, I'm good at trucking. I like it. It's a good job, and I'm thankful for it. But I'm ready for a change whenever God opens the door. And I was in my devotions this morning. What was it? First Thessalonians 5:24. If God calls you, God will make a way, basically. And that was kind of neat. And so I'm like, see what God does in the next few months, in the year, New Year coming, and I'll just keep trucking until he opens the door. But hopefully I can make a change where I can be home more every day again, and be teaching or something. Who knows? See what he does. Anyway, I come out and hang out in the shop a little bit. Coffee and pistachios, and talk to y'all. And so, yeah. So, I want to talk a little bit about Christmas. What does Christmas mean to me? Well, I have always loved Christmas. I am 54 years old, and I'm basically just a big kid. And I just love the Christmas season. I always have. And, I just remember when I was younger, Christmas time was the happiest time of the year for me. My parents were divorced, and so, that was hard, and I was a really shy kid, and just, it was hard being in school, and just lots of things were just hard when I was younger. And I think I was around 10, 12 years old. I really got into the Christmas season, and I mean, really, I remember my brother, gave me a Christmas tape, which I still have, the cassette tape. I actually have it here in the shop. I have a bunch of old cassettes, and, it's actually a two-pack cassette tapes of Christmas music. And I still love those songs. And I haven't actually listened to the cassettes for years, but I have most of the songs and those versions of the songs by the same singers on my phone that I listen to, on my Spotify playlist or whatever. And, but I remember he gave me those tapes, and I'd listen to them, and it was Christmas season, and I just really got into Christmas. I mean, kids love Christmas and everything about it. But as a kid, I got to the point where, I would put Christmas lights in my bedroom. I remember one Christmas I went down, we kind of lived on the edge. I grew up in Anoka, north of Minneapolis, kind of a northern suburb of Minneapolis, the cities. So it was all country where we were at there. It's kind of built up now, but it was pretty much all country. We were in a little, at the end of our block was fields and cornfields past our house. Anyway, I remember one year I was like 10, 12 years old, and I took a saw from out of the garage my stepdad had, and just a hand saw, and I walked down the field, and I cut down a little tree. It wasn't even a pine tree. It wasn't even a Christmas tree. I think it was a maple or an oak or something. And it was like 3 foot tall. It was like a Charlie Brown tree. And somewhere I have a picture of it in my photo album somewhere. I brought that tree up and I put it up in my bedroom. I put Christmas lights on it. I got a whole bunch of little boxes, empty boxes, and I wrapped presents and put them under the tree. I had a little Christmas tree in my room. And I just really got into Christmas and the whole festivity of it. Christmas music, the Christmas movies and TV shows and specials and Christmas stories and shopping and presents and family get-togethers and food and cookies and all the different things and everything about Christmas. And I got into it as a kid, and I would actually almost get depressed when Christmas was over, and the after Christmas blues. And then I got to where, I was like 10, 12 years old, but I was like, I'm going to celebrate Christmas all year. And that's why I started listening, 10, 12 years old. I started listening to Christmas music throughout the year. And back then there wasn't all the online stuff. And, we're talking late 70s, early 80s. And so all I had was my cassette tapes, but I could play them all year, and records and stuff. And so I just love the Christmas season. And so I like to listen to Christmas music throughout the year. And so it meant a lot to me when I was younger. That was kind of my happiest time of the year, just because I had a lot of struggles as a kid. And I love the Christmas season. And it wasn't until I was 30 years old when I accepted Jesus and gave him my life. And that's when I really started to enjoy Christmas, the meaning of Christmas. And it's about Jesus being born to save us. But even as a kid and a teenager and a young adult, I always liked the Christmas season and family get-togethers and all the different things you do. But then accepting Christ, I really, it meant a lot to me. And it always has. And it's always different. That's the thing I've realized over the years as I've grown older. Christmas seems like it's always different, but it's always wonderful. And there's some about me that I don't want Christmas to go by and I was like, oh, that was a bummer. No, I want it to be wonderful always. Even if it's different, even if there's ups and downs and challenges and trials and stuff in life, I want it to always be wonderful because it's a celebration of Jesus' birth. And I want to enjoy it and make the most of it and do what we can. And so, as a kid, we have all the traditions, So I grew up with my mom and my stepdad. And, so it was kind of different. My 3 sisters and my 2 brothers, they grew up with my dad and stepmom on that side, so it was kind of unique and different that my mom and dad still got along. And we actually did family get-togethers. So for many years, I still remember my dad and stepmom on that side and my brothers and sisters and their kids and stuff as they, grew older, they came to our house where my mom and stepdad and I lived and had a big Christmas get together at our house, kind of unique and different. But it was wonderful. And, we had, all the tradition, we always did, when I was younger, we always did turkey for Thanksgiving and we did ham for Christmas. But, all the fixings and stuff. And then my mom made all these different, cookies and fudge and lemon bars and pies. And I just remember all the different cookies and different things. And, and some of the traditions, I remember, and I remember, we usually put the Christmas tree up and Christmas lights and decorated, around Thanksgiving or right after Thanksgiving. But as I was 10, 12, 13 years old, I really got to love Christmas. I started being a part of decorating more, and I would even start decorating earlier. And as a kid, a young teenager, I would decorate Christmas around Halloween. And because I didn't like Halloween, and so I'd start decorating on Halloween, and did that for years. And but yeah, anyway, so yeah, we had Christmas tree and lights and decorations, all kinds of stuff. And Christmas Eve, yeah, my brothers and sisters and my dad, and then we'd come over and we'd have Christmas dinner. And I remember we'd have dinner, and so we'd have dinner, and then we'd open presents and then just visit, and that was kind of our Christmas Eve. But I remember we'd have a big dinner, and the big thing was we'd all eat, and then we'd all work together to clean up and do dishes and put everything away and put everything. We couldn't open presents till everything was all put away and cleaned up. And then we opened presents, and if I remember right, and there's all the different traditions we had with, different sides of the family and stuff. And as I grew older, but back then, the way we opened presents was we'd pick somebody, usually one of the youngest kids or grandkids or sibling kids, or the brothers and sisters or cousins and stuff. Whoever was one of the youngest would pass out the presents, and everybody would find a place to sit, and then you get a pile of presents in front of you, and then we just pretty much all opened all at once. And then different, then I got married and we had kids and stuff. We did it a little different, where we take turns to go around and open presents. But back then, we just all opened the presents at once. And it was chaos and everything. It was wrapping paper all over. It was fun and stuff. And yeah, and that was Christmas Eve. And then Christmas morning, it was just me and my mom and stepdad. And for a while, my sister Sherry, she's the next oldest. I'm the baby of 6. She's the next oldest. She lived with us for a while too. So that was kind of nice. For a couple of years, if I remember right. But, and so it would be the 4 of us or whatever, and, get up and open presents. And, yeah, we'd have presents in the morning because Santa came. He doesn't come till morning. And, he came in the middle of the night, And, so we'd open presents and, just have eggnog and snack on cookies and, open our stocking stuffers and all that. And then, yeah, Christmas Day, sometimes we'd go, I think we maybe went and seen my grandma or cousins or different people or other, sides of the family and stuff on Christmas Day. But most of the time we stayed home, and I would just play with my toys, listen to record albums that I got for Christmas, and, yeah, just kind of hang out and rest on Christmas Day and enjoy the day and enjoy our gifts and stuff, and just listen to Christmas music. And so that was kind of as a kid and a teenager too, and then, when I, got older and moved out, I pretty much moved out around 17 and got my own apartment. And so I moved out kind of early. And then it was kind of different. Christmas was kind of different, when I was an older teenager and young adult living by myself, single. And, I had some Christmases where I was alone, but most Christmases I went home, for family get-togethers and stuff. And then I got married, and, we had kids, and then we had a whole new group of traditions and different sides of the family, and just wonderful memories for all throughout life, of Christmases. And, so Yvonne and I got married, and then we had Nikki, Hayden, and Danny, and, there's all the memories of raising kids and, all the Christmas things we did together, and then other sides of the families. And there was a whole bunch of different sides there. We go and do different things, and just wonderful memories of the kids, experiencing Christmas. Yeah. And then, kids grew up, and, Yvonne passed away in 2004, and, 2006, Marilyn and I got married, and we've been married so Yvonne and I were married for 11 years. Marilyn and I have it'll be 15 years next May. So, and we've had lots of wonderful Christmases, and the kids were still young when we got married too, and we had wonderful Christmases with them. And so all different traditions, and you see different family members and go different places. And now the kids are all adults, all 7 of our kids, 4 from her previous marriage, and then my 3. So all 7, they're all adults now. Our youngest, Danny, she just turned 21, and they're all adults, and they all have families. And, so now it's different again. And, recent years, we usually never have all the kids home. And sometimes we'd have a big, get together, and we'd have 2 or 3 or 4 of the kids and their kids, and so, Christmas get-togethers. And sometimes we'd go visit kids' places, and just kind of different, but it's always wonderful. And the last couple of years, I think a couple of years ago, we had 2 or 3 of the kids over and their kids, and had Christmas, Eve at our house, and then kind of this quiet Christmas day together. And I think last year it was just Marilyn and I and Danny and her kids here. So that was a quiet Christmas. Hayden's in the Navy, so in recent years is different. We don't have all the kids home. We just have a couple of them here and there, and then we go visit the other ones, and parents passing away, and just different. And now my wife and I, Marilyn and I, we're empty nesters now. So this Christmas is going to be totally different too. And with the virus and everything, and we can't have big get-togethers. So, again, I'm going to be home all this week, the rest of this week and next week. And she has a few days off, and then she has to work, and she has 1 day off during the week, I think the day before Christmas Eve. So we're going to have a quiet Christmas. We're going to visit a few of the kids and bring presents and gifts and stuff. And we're not sure. We're going to have kind of a quiet Christmas, and just enjoy it. Go to church, maybe drive around, look at Christmas lights. If there's any kind of Christmas plays or events or concerts, it would be wonderful to go to. But yeah, this is going to be kind of a different, quiet Christmas this year, but still wonderful. So my whole life, it's always been wonderful. Christmas is just a wonderful time of the year. I just love Christmas and the Christmas season and what it means. And though we've had traditions, and then different traditions and new traditions, and trials and challenges in life, a lot of Christmases are different, but they're still wonderful. And this Christmas will be the same. Will be the same, different. It'll be a wonderful Christmas, whatever we do, and just seeking God and celebrating Jesus, being together, making memories. And for me, it's not about the day. It's the whole Christmas season. We still got a week and a half till Christmas, and just making Christmas presents and buying gifts and making cookies and wrapping. I love wrapping presents, and just, visiting people and, having, family time and memories. And, so, boy, that was really a ramble. But yeah, Christmas means a lot to me, and I hope it does for you. And I hope you can really, here's the thing, enjoy all the wonderful things about the Christmas season, but realize it's celebrating Jesus. And I've always said, the saying, Jesus is the reason for the season. And I actually have a plaque. I made a plaque. I routed a plaque, and we have it hanging in the house. Actually, I want to make some more of those for gifts. Anyway, but Jesus is the reason for the season. He is. And I've said in the past, Jesus is the only reason for the season. It's not about Santa and all the gifts at all. It's only about Jesus, and that's true. But all those other things about Christmas is wonderful. The food, the music, the family get-togethers, and making memories and all the traditions. That's okay, and it's wonderful as long as we remember that it's about Jesus. So I'm going to read a little book here. So, and it's kind of funny because I'm in the college class I'm in right now is children's literature. And this is the last week of the class, and then I have 2 weeks off for Christmas break. Only 2 weeks we have off the whole year. Anyway, and the final assignment is to read a book aloud, which I'm kind of excited about because I get to make a video, and I like making videos, and I love reading. And it's the Christmas season, and one of my favorite kids' books is a Christmas book, so it works out kind of nice. So, but I thought, I'm going to make a little shop video here and Christmas memory video, and I'm going to read the book to you guys. Kind of weird, but, so this is the book. Christmas Is a Happy Day book. And what's really neat about this book, and okay, so we have lots of books, and I keep a lot of them. I have a plastic bin in the basement of books that we read to the kids, that was some of the favorites that they like, and some of our favorites that we'd read to them, and they like to read and stuff when they're little. They just mean a lot to me. It's just neat to save those. And this is my favorite, and I like this one so much that I actually I'm keeping it in my study because I don't want the mice to get it in the basement. I don't want it to get lost. I just love this book. This is my favorite of all the books that we read to the kids when they're little. And I'm going to read it for my assignment today too. But I'm going to read it to all of you too right now. The reason I like this book is because it does talk about all the wonderful things about Christmas. But then the main reason for it. And it's just kind of neat. So I'm going to read it. And I don't read aloud very good. But here we go. Christmas Is. Christmas Is. Written by Sue Turner Hayes, illustrated by Catherine Hutton. I'm not going to show you the pictures, but, it's, cute cartoon pictures. All right. Again, I'm not a very good read aloud one, but Christmas Is. Christmas is just so exciting to me, but sometimes I wonder what its meaning must be. Christmas is full of sweet smells and good sights. Christmas is pine cones and bright shiny lights. Christmas is candy all striped white and red. Christmas is dreams when I'm snug in my bed. Christmas is stockings that we hang up with care by a nice cozy fire. Is yours hanging there? Christmas is stories for young and for old, found in colorful books. They are told and retold. Christmas is cookies we bake every year for family and friends, our loved ones so dear. Christmas is snowmen and cold frosty air, snowballs and sled rides, having fun everywhere. Christmas is presents and gifts for us all. Christmas is shopping and trips to the mall. Christmas is glitter, tinsel, garland, and pine. Christmas is windows all dressed up so fine. Christmas is holly and bells that we ring. Christmas is music and carols we sing. Christmas is family who loved ones who care, and loved ones who care. Christmas is friends and a turkey to share, or ham. Christmas is poinsettias, all pink, red, and white. Christmas is candles shining into the night. Christmas is parties and games played for fun. When friends come to visit, we eat food by the ton. Christmas is costumes and lines we must say as we practice a lot getting ready for a play. Christmas is making pretty things for our tree to hang when we decorate for everyone to see. But sometimes I wonder what Christmas is about. It's all of these things, but I really do doubt that Christmas is gifts and wreath on the door. I think that Christmas must mean so much more. Christmas is warm, although there is snow. Christmas goes with me wherever I go. Christmas is not just what I see at the mall, or just toys or presents or snowflakes that fall. It's not in the goodies meant only for me, or in glitter and tinsel or under the tree. Christmas is not what I put on my table. Christmas is a night in a small, humble stable. Christmas is angels and tidings of joy. Christmas is shepherds and a newborn baby boy. Christmas is love, God's love for me. Christmas is Jesus and his birthday, you see. I just love that. And it's just a neat book. And I love it because it's not saying that all the stuff that we do at Christmas is bad and wrong. It's saying it's wonderful, but just remember the reason for it all. It's about Jesus being born to come and save us. And he loves us so much. So that's my encouragement to you all, to just enjoy the wonderful things about Christmas, but don't forget the reason. I mean, it's cold out here. It's like 20 degrees. Still see my breath in here. Anyway, it would be like, okay, we have a birthday party for one of you, okay? And we do all the fun things, and we have a whole bunch of food and festivities and presents and cake, and everybody's just enjoying it all and just eating all the goodies and the cake, and they're enjoying presents and stuff, and they're just having a good old time, but they forget about you. And they don't say happy birthday to you, and they don't give you the presents. They're opening them, and they're enjoying all this stuff, but they don't say happy birthday to you, and they don't acknowledge you, and they don't give presents to you. Well, that would be awkward. That would be weird, wouldn't it? You wouldn't do that. Well, the sole reason for Christmas is to celebrate the birth of Jesus. That's what it is. So we've added, giving gifts to each other because, the wise men, they gave gifts to Jesus when he was born. That's the reason why we give gifts. All the music and songs, they're about Jesus, or they should be, most of them. And, the family get-togethers and all that stuff is all the celebration of it. And we've gotten away from it. A lot of people, in all the commercialization and the buying and all the, Santa and Rudolph and all that stuff, and, that's kind of gotten away from it. And some people, and it's kind of funny, and I don't mean, and I know you're not all believers or Christian, but I am, and I just like to share my faith. So if you don't like it, you can leave, but I hope you don't. I hope you at least enjoy this, because it's weird, and it's funny when you think about it, that people could actually celebrate Christmas and not acknowledge Jesus. Like, what are you celebrating? I mean, to do all this stuff and then don't, go to church on Christmas Eve and don't pray and read the Christmas story. And how can you do all that and not acknowledge the reason? And it's about Jesus and his birth. So to enjoy all those things, just like the book says, enjoy it all and just celebrate. But remember, Jesus is the reason. So there. Yeah, I just wanted to share some Christmas memories. And just my faith a little bit and the reason for it all. So, yeah. So, I am going to go in the house and warm up in a little bit here. And today, we've got some different things we're going to do. So, I made those scroll-sawn oak little Christmas ornaments, and they're the shape of ugly Christmas sweaters. So starting to paint those. So I'm going to leave them natural, the oak, but then paint little different things on there, snowmen and reindeer and a Christmas bulb, and just, kind of gaudy things on there to make them look ugly. And I don't paint very good, so they're going to be pretty ugly, like an ugly sweater. And so they're little ugly sweater ornaments. So going to paint those. We're going to make Christmas cookies, see what my wife wants to do, see some different ones that she likes, and maybe bake some and do that through the weekend and into next week. And I'm going to do a whole bunch of I like to do no-bake cookies. And I have a whole bunch of different ones like oatmeal, chocolate peanut butter, and Rice Krispies, chocolate butterscotch, and then I have mashed potato cookies, which is kind of a tradition. It's called a mashed potato cookie, but it's basically a Mounds bar. It's coconut with chocolate on it. It's just a ball of coconut with chocolate on the outside. Really good. And you could put an almond in there if you want, and then it's like an Almond Joy. But we call them mashed potato cookies because it's coconut, but you add mashed potatoes, uncooked mashed potatoes, to make it go farther and to have it stick together. So it's mashed potatoes and coconut together with chocolate on it. They're called mashed potato cookies, but it's basically a Mounds bar, but they're really good. That was a way too big of an explanation there. Anyway, so yeah, working on Christmas ornaments. I'm going to finish some more spoons for gifts. I want to work on hiking sticks for gifts. Make cookies. Yeah, we might go buy a few more gifts and start getting things together for all the kids and grandkids, gifts and gifts for each other. And it's kind of neat. I actually put our stockings up this year. For the last few years, and since the kids have been moved out and older, we haven't put up stockings. And I actually put up our stockings this year for my wife and I. So we're putting little stocking stuffers in there for each other. So that's kind of fun. And we don't have a tree. I think last year, we did cut down a tree on our property here and bring in, but we have a dog again now, Tula. So we're not going to do a tree so much. We like the lights and just hanging ornaments around and stuff. So, yeah, anyway, and then start wrapping presents and just, watch Christmas movies together and, just enjoy our time together, work on presents and cookies. And so that's what I'm going to do today. And might work out in the shop a little bit later. If I do, I'll do a video. Yeah, I keep adding things that I want to make for gifts and stuff, and it kind of running out of time now. I need to finish what I've started, but I got some other ideas and stuff. So yeah. Anyway, well, end this for now, I think. And yeah, I just hope you're all having a wonderful Christmas season. And, with all the trials, just the virus and all the different things, just cherish every day. That's my encouragement. Just cherish every day. Don't wait for things to get better or things to whatever. We don't know what's going to get better or worse or change in life. There's always going to be trials in life, just try to cherish every day. That's what I try to do. Just try to make the most of every day. Do what you can. Pray about everything, cherish the people that you love in your life, family and friends, and realize the blessing of every day, and that God blesses us in so many ways, and he's with us no matter what. And just treasure every memory and moment of life, live life fully. And so, yeah, this Christmas season, even though it's different, it might be a little distant and maybe not big get-togethers, and who knows, it's different for everybody. But just, take time to read the Christmas story in Luke in the Bible. Take time to listen to Christmas music, and not just the, Frosty the Snowman or Rudolph ones, but, the wonderful Christian worship Christmas songs and instrumental Christmas music. I love those. And just, enjoy the Christmas season with family and friends, and even if you're alone, and just seek God and just realize that Christmas is about Jesus. It's all about him, and just to seek him in your life and for the new year coming up, and just to believe that good things are coming, and just to cherish every day. So anyway, yeah, I'm done rambling with some Christmas memories here and some woodshop rambling, and yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna go in and warm up and get some more coffee and get on with the day. Thanks so much for watching and hanging out with me, and Merry Christmas. Oh, we got to turn it off. Have a wonderful day.